Hey Frugal Peeps, Joel and Christy here, and what are we doing today?
We're sharing a what's for dinner.
All right, let's go do it.
For our first night of our what's for dinner, we're having pulled pork sandwiches. Okay. Here's Joel's sandwich. He likes his buns extra burnt.
No, that's done. Toasted.
That's burnt.
Toasted.
That's burnt. And anyway, and then I made some homemade French fries to go with it. And we made a big batch of pulled pork, so we'll be able to put a lot of that in the freezer and pull back out later. Just like put them in like quart size Ziploc bags, and it'll last you like 8 more times. You'll be able to pull out a bag and use it. But I'm not eating that. All right, and I am having leftover Cajun tortellini soup. We made it like a couple of days ago. And so that's what I'm gonna eat for dinner. And that is our first what's for dinner of this video. All right, so like I said, you can put these in separate bags and freeze them. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we also have this, which is our leftovers. We'll have that tomorrow night. And all these are gonna go in the freezer. And so this would be like 6 more meals, maybe even a little bit more, because sometimes this, you know, is enough for 2 nights. So that is what we do with the pulled pork. We have shown the full recipe on the channel before, so I'll be sure to link that down in the description and in the eye in the sky. And also the Cajun tortellini soup that I had as leftovers, we've also shown that one. And so I'll link that one as well. And this should be no surprise since I said last night that we were going to have pulled pork for leftovers. Joel is eating pulled pork for leftovers.
Yep.
Yeah. And I made some more homemade French fries for a side. And I'm gonna have some grilled chicken, probably with some salad, I don't know. But that's probably what I'm gonna do with it. But we cooked this on the grill, and I'm just gonna heat some of that up. All right, guys, this is Tuesday night, and on Tuesdays, we usually go to theme parks or something like that, so we're seldom ever home for dinner, and we are home tonight, but we didn't set out anything, we didn't cook anything, so Joel and I are just going to have a pack of crackers. Yep, that's it. We had a decent lunch today. We went to Cracker Barrel, and that's too much food. We also went to this little place called Gideon's Bakehouse and got cookies. This one was mine. And we did a taste test of it for our other channel, Adventures on the Long Run. That's why mine has been eaten on already. This is Joel's. He did not do a taste test of it, so this is why it has not been eaten yet. But yeah, he plans to eat a pack of crackers and a cookie for dinner. And I plan to eat a pack of crackers and maybe some of this cookie. And that's our what's for dinner tonight. So this is Wednesday night. This is our dinner. It's called a taco bake. It's super easy to make this. And we shared it recently in a video. We'll link that if you'd like to see it made a little bit more than this. We'll also just link the recipe down in the description. And I'm going to cut and put it on a plate so you can see it on there, because it looks a lot better when you can see all the layers to it. All right, so this is what it looks like. You can see the layers, I think. And you can add stuff, you know, like sour cream, tomatoes, or avocado, or something like that to it. But this is what it looks like when it comes out of the dish. It's pretty good. And it makes, I think, 6 servings. So, yeah. We cut it into 6. Tonight we're gonna have a spatchcock chicken, or a whole chicken, that we just cut the backbone out of it so it lays flatter and it actually cooks faster. And so I got that in the, gonna put it in the oven for about an hour and 10 minutes or so, 450 degrees. About the halfway mark, I'll take it out and I'll add some seasonings, like maybe some chili powder, turmeric, paprika, garlic powder, things like that on there, so that it gives it some seasoning and I'll also have some color. But to start off, I'm just putting a little butter on it and salt and pepper, and then I'm going to put it in there. And we will have little baby red potatoes and maybe some roasted vegetables on the side. We'll have leftovers of the chicken, and tomorrow night we're going to make a totally different recipe with it. So hang on, and we'll be right back with what this looks like when it's done. And then I'll show you tomorrow what our next recipe will be using the leftovers of this chicken. All right, so here's some of the chicken from our spatchcock chicken, some roasted broccoli, roasted potatoes, the baby red potatoes, and then just a yeast roll. And that is dinner tonight. All right, so I was going to make the chicken and wild rice casserole using the leftover chicken tonight, but realized Joel is working late tonight, so I didn't want to make that since he wasn't going to be here to eat it. So I just scrambled some eggs, and I heated up some of the leftover red potatoes from dinner last night, and that's what I'm going to have tonight. And then tomorrow we'll make the chicken and wild rice casserole. All right, this is Saturday night, the last night of our What's for Dinner, and this is a chicken and wild rice casserole. Think the chicken and wild rice soup that you can get, like, is that Panera or somewhere like that? Yeah. We have shared the recipe for the soup on the channel already, so if you want to, we will link the soup down in the description, but this is a casserole version. So say it's that time of the year where you're like, it's too hot for soup. Try the casserole. And it's actually a very frugal recipe as well, because you get like 8 servings out of this. Heats up nicely. And yeah, this is our second time to make it. And we did record it, and we shared the recipe for the casserole in last week's video. So be sure to check there if you'd like to see the full recipe for the chicken and wild rice casserole.
All right, well, there you have it. That's our Watch for Dinner for the week. And drop us some comments below and let us know what you're eating for dinner. We'd love some ideas, some new ideas. If you have some, drop those in the comments below. Yeah. But that's going to do it today for Saving Money for the Long Run with Joel and Christy. And don't forget, it's the long run. Give yourself a little grace.
Bye.
But I think that's going to do it today for, yep.